Get that son of a bitch off the field right now. Out. He's fired. He's fired.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have breaking news coming from the Houston Texans.
Breaking news!
Who? It is a Friday news dump. Let's get into it. What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to a brand new episode of TheLead Houston, where it's all Houston all the time. You won't find anybody with more passion speaking about your favorite Houston sports teams than this guy right here. Texans, Astros, Rockets. I try to do it all. So go down in the comments section. Let me know, everybody. You can hear the tone in my voice. We are free at last, free at last. The Houston Texans have not only decided to fire Chris Strausser, not only did DeMeco Ryans drop his nuts on the table and fire the assistant offensive lines coach, Cole Popovich, who was the rumored person to be in line for this opportunity. DeMeco Ryans says, nah. One more big-time shakeup on the offensive staff, and that is offensive coordinator Bobby Slowik. You're fired. The whole Texans offensive staff, 2 offensive line coaches, the OC, they are gone. The Houston Texans are now looking for a new change in the offensive ways. Bobby Slowik, ladies and gentlemen, I repeat, Bobby Slowik is gone. The Houston Texans are now in search of a new offensive coordinator and 2 new offensive line coaches, a regular one and an assistant. The Houston Texans have a bounty of options that they can choose from. And DeMeco Ryans, ladies and gentlemen, he is not playing. The Houston Texans, ladies and gentlemen, they are not playing. They saw themselves from 2 years ago go into and exceed expectations with a really good offense and a solid defense, decent, inconsistent. And what did they do the offseason? They said, you know what? We're going to give this offense another chance, another year, and they're going to build and they're going to get better because we added Stephon Diggs, because we added Joe Mixon. We re-signed everybody we needed to re-sign, and the offensive line is healthy. And we are going to ride into next year, improve the defense, and we are going to have the best of both worlds. And ladies and gentlemen, that did not happen. The whole 2024 season was a failure because of the offensive line and because of the offense. CJ Stroud claimed that he doesn't really want to go through offensive schemes year in and year out. Well, buddy, oh well. And this is a great thing for the Houston Texans. Bobby Slowik, who had an opportunity to improve this team offensively, did not do the job. That is what it is. We were a bottom 10 offense, and when you don't do your job, you deserve to be fired. If any blue-collar worker gets fired for not doing their job, then what is the difference here? And DeMeco Ryans and Nick Caserio decide to drop the nuts on the table and make changes that I did not think was going to happen. I did not think Bobby Slowik would get fired. I really thought that DeMeco would have that loyalty card and an extension of what we saw with Shanahan and Kubiak. But now no more is Bobby Slowik on this offensive staff, as well as Strausser and Cole Popovich. When you look at offensive coordinators, and I'll get into a video a little bit later, how we might have more breaking news later as the day goes along, because the Texans got to hire an OC. And when you look at offensive coordinators, and this is what I do best, I love trying to find offensive coordinators for our team. Any of the staff, I try to do as best a job as I can for it. Nick Caley, somebody that John Crumpler mentioned. I've mentioned Nick Caley a few years ago whenever we were looking for coaches, and one of the coaches that he was accustomed to having a tie-in with was Brian Flores. And that, guys, that's a while back, I know. But Nick Caley at that time was a tight ends coach as well as a fullbacks coach for the New England Patriots, as well as moving over to the Los Angeles Rams the past 2 years, maybe 3 years. I don't know my full homework on him, but John Crumpler did a fantastic job of throwing in Nick Caley as a potential offensive coordinator that the Texans could be looking into. We got some other options. Chip Kelly is out there as well from Ohio State, has a connection already with DeMeco Ryans. He was coached under DeMeco. He was the coach when DeMeco was underneath Chip Kelly in Philadelphia in 2013 to 2015. We got a bounty of options, okay? Don't think the options are skim. The Texans are going to do their due diligence, and they got to know that they have somebody in mind to replace Bobby Slowik. I would expect a Case Keenum to also get on this staff some way, somehow. Gerard Johnson could be on his way to the New York Jets. Ladies and gentlemen, there is so much news and so much to talk about right now. The Houston Texans fired Bobby Slowik and both of their offensive line coaches. I am excited to see what this team does next. And don't forget to tune in to TheLead Houston all the time. Ladies and gentlemen, you have a very blessed day. As always, go Astros, go Rockets, go Texans. Man, I can't wait for some more news.